go.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most memorable episodes of this crime show. Plot points will be discussed. This is your spoiler warning.
Give the people what they want.
Number 10. Couples. The plot of this episode is a bit unusual. Usually, the show centers on one culprit. The 300th episode decided to implement a new format.
You guys are serious.
Multiple criminals are at large, and the team has to investigate several cases simultaneously. What made fans love Couples is the interconnectedness of the different storylines. While some of the offenses are directly linked, the uniting thread is that they all involve fights within households. Seeing how each home dealt with the experiences they face is quite sombering. Despite the seriousness, the mood is lifted with some comedic moments.
Ooh, that woman is crazy.
At least you can't deny it.
Yeah, but she's using some German philosopher that nobody ever heard of to justify it.
This I gotta see.
And my mama's asking me why I'm not married.
Whether it's Briscoe getting frustrated on the phone or Raphael talking about his prom date bailing on him, we appreciate the more casual moments.
She has the prettiest eyes, blue like the ocean.
Number 9. American Dream. When watching shows about law enforcement, we remember that we're lucky to have people to protect us from danger.
Would you please be more specific?
The court puts away the bad guys, and the good guys get justice. Unfortunately, everything isn't so black and white. After remains are found, an old case is reopened.
That can't be him. They had a witness at the trial who testified that he helped bury my dad in New Jersey.
Your father have a pin in his knee?
Yeah. He wrecked it in a car accident.
The man convicted of the crime appeals the case now that the bones serve as new evidence to defend him. This particular episode is an important reminder of the many flaws in the judicial system. Viewers are captivated yet horrified as Phillips' story from 14 years ago unravels, making it a watch to remember.
So, who makes the first move?
The concept was so impactful that Law & Order UK made their own episode inspired by it. Number 8. Fools for Love. We love how Law & Order tackles tough legal issues. This episode is no exception.
Hey! Oh yeah, I forgot. We also have an arrest warrant.
After her boyfriend is accused of several heinous acts against her sister and another girl, a woman takes a plea bargain. As the truth comes to light, the detectives suspect the girlfriend may have been more involved with the case than she's letting on.
What do you want from me?
Your testimony against Peter Williams.
On one hand, they discover the woman severely injured by her boyfriend, but on the other hand, her story isn't adding up. How do you decide if someone was forced into a crime or if they were a willing participant? It's interesting to explore the difficulties surrounding coercion cases.
How do you wash it off, Jack?
Wish I knew.
Number 7. Refuge, Part 2. The explosive Season 9 finale left its mark on us. Picking up from Part 1, the stakes continue to climb in this case against a deadly Russian mob. As the precinct rushes to protect the final witnesses from an assassin, they're pulled in a million directions.
Whoa. Right there.
Move in.
Yeah, that looks like the girl.
A major twist occurs when the crooks end up targeting the law team by attempting to stop an explosion.
Bomb in the basement, everybody out. Come on, move.
With so much going on, audience members didn't know how everything would end. That's exactly why this episode is a favorite. Viewers couldn't look away. Plus, the departure of Detective Ray Curtis left fans sad as he said goodbye to the force.
Anything, Ray, I don't care what time it is. Just pick up the damn phone, okay?
Number 6. Bodies. In the Season 14 premiere, the ethics of confidentiality between a suspect and their legal team are explored.
Wait, why don't we back up a couple steps?
The force investigates a criminal who has more victims than they anticipated. The biggest shock of the episode is when it's revealed that his attorney, Tim Schwimmer, knows where the remaining bodies are located.
You would so enjoy seeing them too. Just ask him.
Instead of providing the grieving families with closure by revealing the information, he withholds it due to attorney-client privilege.
Somehow, Mr. Schwimmer, I think the people would overlook your legal indiscretions if you told them what they wanted to know.
The moral dilemma leaves fans wondering how the court will handle the situation. Should Schwimmer be praised for sticking to his duty, or should he be punished for withholding crucial details? It really gets viewers thinking about what they would do in this scenario. Number 5. Rubber Room.
Fighter boy's got a lot of hobbies.
The detectives are investigating anonymous cyber threats to a school district. Soon, the detectives uncover that it's actually an educator behind the malicious posts.
We've always assumed that Moot was a student. What if he was a teacher?
The episode combines the potential danger students in the US face with problematic elements of the NYC Department of Education.
He was a good teacher. They destroyed him.
Although the show is fictitious, it depicts the difficulties that can be encouraged in a school system. Besides feeling authentic, fans love this episode because it was originally supposed to be the series finale. The ending to this season beautifully wraps things up for the team. We loved getting some closure on Lieutenant Van Buren's health struggles.
Yes. I understand. Yes. Good night.
Unlike more dramatic endings of some series, this laid-back one is entirely fitting for the show. Number 4. Invaders. How far are you willing to go for what you believe in? Jack McCoy enlists the help of a dishonorable DEA agent to help him out with a legal matter. His personal investment in the events eventually leads to him being dismissed from the case.
Don't screw this up.
This is a great episode for McCoy fans, as we get a lot more insight into who he is. On the flip side, this is a tragic one for Borgia's supporters.
The criminal justice system is not your personal plaything.
We both know this isn't business as usual.
Her involvement in the case leads to her graphic downfall. Viewers are completely shocked by her death. It's a gut-wrenching reminder of how risky working in the precinct is. The good guys don't always prevail in the end.
Ouch.
Number 3. Pro se. When a lawyer is the prime suspect in a case involving multiple victims, he decides to represent himself.
If you let him represent himself and we convict, he'll appeal and say that he was denied competent representation.
Absolutely not.
Mental health comes into play as the lawyer has schizophrenia and is unmedicated.
Aren't you the least bit sorry about the people you killed?
Yes, I am, Mr. McCoy. But that wasn't me. I'm not that creature. And I'm not taking the rap for what he did.
While the MCS goes up against him in a trial, the relationship between mental disorders and incrimination is explored.
Let's talk about that.
The viewers see the importance of being accountable for one's mental state of being. It also showcases the consequences that can ensue if you are negligent in helping yourself. This is a universal idea that audience members can reflect on and apply to their own lives. Fans appreciate being able to take away lessons from shows like this. Number 2. Damaged.
Do you know of any bad blood between these two teachers and anybody here?
Sometimes, authority figures fail us when we need them the most. The detectives investigating the fatal shooting of a teacher suspect a trio of students with a grudge against her. It turns out that the culprits were firing at a girl named Sally, who fired first on them. After the trio committed a horrible act against her sister, who has a mental disability, Sally tried getting revenge by shooting them.
Well, Sally, why didn't you tell anyone? Why grab a gun to settle the score?
I told Mrs. Davenport. She didn't do anything.
Damaged is a jarring account of the lack of help many victims face when coming forward. When the system continually fails people, whose responsibility is it to get justice?
I'm a guidance counselor, not a cop.
So call a cop when you need one.
When I need one, I will.
The episode is a thought-provoking warning of the consequences that can occur when someone decides to take on matters themselves.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Aftershock. Out of the almost 500 episodes in the series, this is the only one that doesn't center on a case. 4 of the main characters see the life of an inmate they incriminated come to an end. Each person has a different and extreme response to the event.
I won a case. Justice was served. I'm a happy man. Now, can we change the subject?
Aftershock humanizes the force as we see the toll experiences like this take on them.
Why don't you get your coat, and I'll drive you home.
Briscoe breaks his sobriety, inadvertently leading to Kincaid's demise. Curtis cheats on his wife, and McCoy reveals his sad past. In a strange way, it's nice to see their internal struggles.
Sometimes my mother had to lock herself in the basement.
It is a great look into the behind the scenes of working in this really tough industry.
Been a good day, hasn't it, Detective?
Oh.
Which episode is your favorite? Let us know in the comments down below.
Just sticks in my throat.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.